Virtue. It's one of the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, and it's what separates the weak from the strong, the passive from the active, and the mediocre from the extraordinary. But what exactly is virtue, and how can it help us live a life filled with meaning and purpose? The Stoics believed that the ultimate goal of life was to live in accordance with nature, to align our actions, thoughts, and behaviors with the natural world and the inherent reason that governs the universe. Virtue, in the Stoic sense, isn't about doing what feels good or following societal trends. It's about doing what's right, regardless of how it feels or what others think. In this video, we'll explore what Stoic virtue really means, how it applies to your daily life, and how it can transform your mindset, actions, and ultimately your entire existence. We'll take a deep dive into the 4 cardinal virtues that every Stoic warrior lives by: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Section 1. Wisdom, the foundation of virtue. The Stoic definition of wisdom isn't about accumulating knowledge or memorizing facts. It's about understanding the world as it is and knowing how to act accordingly. Wisdom is the ability to see things clearly, without bias or emotion clouding our judgment. In Stoic philosophy, wisdom is the highest virtue because it allows you to make decisions that align with your true nature. To be wise is to understand what is in your control and what is not. It's about seeing the world with clarity without being blinded by desires, fears, or external distractions. How can you cultivate wisdom in your life? 1. Practice self-reflection. Wisdom starts with self-awareness. Take time each day to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and decisions. Ask yourself, did I make that decision out of wisdom or emotion? This practice allows you to continually align your actions with your purpose. 2. Seek knowledge. Wisdom doesn't come overnight. It's built over time. Read philosophy, history, and other insightful texts. Seek out knowledge from people who have lived before you and learn from their experiences. The Stoics believed that understanding nature and the world around you is key to living a virtuous life. 3. Live according to reason. The Stoics believe that our highest faculty is reason. When you make decisions based on logic and sound judgment rather than impulse or emotion, you are acting with wisdom. Always ask yourself, what is the most reasonable action in this situation? Section 2. Courage, facing life's challenges. Courage isn't just about fighting battles on a battlefield. In the Stoic sense, courage is about facing life's challenges head-on, whether they're physical, emotional, or mental. It's the strength to endure hardship, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to do what is right even when it's difficult. Stoic courage isn't blind bravery, it's calculated and rational. It's about acting with conviction, knowing what you stand for, and not being swayed by fear, doubt, or pressure from others. How can you develop courage in your life? 1. Face your fears. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means taking action despite fear. The Stoics believed that the fear of discomfort or failure should not stop us from doing what's right. Take small steps to face your fears every day, whether it's speaking up when necessary, tackling a difficult task, or standing firm in your beliefs. 2. Endure hardship. Life is full of difficulties. A Stoic warrior is one who can endure those difficulties without being shaken. Don't run from adversity. Instead, embrace it as an opportunity to grow stronger. When you face tough situations, remind yourself that you have the inner strength to overcome them. 3. Do the right thing even when it's hard. Courage also means doing what is morally right even when it costs you something. It's about standing up for your values even if it's unpopular or difficult. This means telling the truth, acting with integrity, and maintaining your principles regardless of external circumstances. Section 3. Justice, living with integrity and fairness. Justice in Stoic philosophy is not just about following the law, it's about living with integrity, fairness, and respect for others. A just person treats others with kindness, seeks to create harmony, and makes sure that their actions benefit not just themselves, but the greater good of society. Justice is about understanding our interconnectedness with others. It's recognizing that your actions affect the people around you and that living a virtuous life means contributing positively to the world. How can you practice justice in your life? 1. Act with fairness. Treat others as you would want to be treated. Fairness means not allowing bias, greed, or selfishness to cloud your judgment. In every situation, ask yourself, am I acting justly? Are my actions promoting fairness, equality, and respect for others? 2. Give back to the community. Justice also involves contributing to the well-being of society. Help those who are less fortunate, be a good citizen, and use your resources to help others when possible. A Stoic warrior doesn't hoard resources or power, they use their position to uplift those around them. 3. Practice empathy and compassion. Justice requires understanding and empathy for others. It's not just about following the rules, it's about understanding the struggles others face and acting in a way that benefits everyone, not just yourself. Section 4. Temperance, mastering desire and moderation. Temperance is the virtue that teaches you to live in moderation. It's the ability to control your desires, avoid excess, and live a balanced life. In a world where indulgence is celebrated, temperance is the Stoic virtue that teaches you how to restrain yourself and find peace in simplicity. Temperance isn't about denying yourself pleasure altogether, it's about knowing when enough is enough. It's about living without excess and avoiding the traps of overindulgence that can lead to negative consequences. How can you practice temperance in your life? 1. Resist impulses. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions, from social media to consumerism. Temperance teaches you to resist these impulses. When you feel the urge to indulge, stop and ask yourself if this action aligns with your true values and goals. 2. Live. Simply, happiness doesn't come from accumulating things, it comes from living in harmony with nature and focusing on what truly matters. Simplify your life by removing excess and focusing on what is truly necessary. Practice contentment with less and seek fulfillment through purpose rather than possessions. 3. Focus on long-term satisfaction. Stoics understand that true happiness comes from internal peace, not external possessions. Temperance teaches you to focus on long-term satisfaction rather than instant gratification. When making decisions, think about how it will impact your life in the long run, not just how it feels in the moment. Section 5. Living a life of meaning and purpose. Now that we've broken down the 4 Stoic virtues, how do they all come together to help you live a life of meaning and purpose? The Stoics believed that the key to a fulfilling life is living in accordance with virtue. This means making decisions based on wisdom, acting with courage, practicing justice, and living a life of temperance. When you align your life with these principles, you don't just react to the world around you, you shape your own destiny. To live with purpose, you must have a clear vision of your values and goals. Stoic philosophy teaches that true meaning doesn't come from fame, fortune, or pleasure. It comes from living a life of virtue, from making the right choices, even when it's hard, and staying true to your principles. Conclusion: your path to virtue. The path to virtue isn't easy, but it's the only one that leads to true fulfillment. It's about embracing the challenges of life, making decisions based on wisdom, acting with courage, and living in service to others. It's about controlling your desires and focusing on what truly matters. The Stoics taught that virtue is its own reward. When you live according to these principles, you will find that your life has more meaning, purpose, and inner peace. You will become the person you were always meant to be, strong, disciplined, and virtuous. Are you ready to start living a life of Stoic virtue? Begin today by making small changes. Practice wisdom, build your courage, act with justice, and live with temperance. The warrior within you is waiting to awaken. If you're ready to live a life of meaning and purpose, hit that like button, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and share how you plan to incorporate these virtues into your life. Let's walk the path of virtue together.